You're still lingering like the old cologne that you wore. I still see your face in the empty frame by the door.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. My name is Renata and this is the Twilight Stitcher. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a beautiful pattern and fabric review. This fabric was gifted to me by Minerva and the pattern is just beautiful on this amazing fabric. If you guys are interested, you want to know what fabric it is, what sewing pattern I used to create this amazing shirt, please meet me in the next section where we dive deeper into my latest project. First up, let's just start by thanking Minerva for sharing this beautiful fabric with me. As a Minerva ambassador, I am gifted a fabric every so often to share with you my thoughts, how the process went, and what I think about the fabric, and these are all my honest opinion. So this beautiful fabric, as you can see, is one that has amazing color, a lot of faces on it. I have shared this fabric multiple times over the last few months on my Friday sews and I did not complete it. I took a long time to choose the pattern that I wanted to work with for this project, mainly because I wanted the faces to show. I wanted the pattern on the fabric to come to life with the design of a shirt that I wanted to sew. And I knew straight off the bat that I didn't want to make a dress, I didn't want to do a skirt. I knew that I wanted to do a blouse or a shirt in some form or shape. And it took me quite a while, probably 8 weeks, and I found this beautiful pattern in the Minerva magazine from the February 2022 issue. Later on in the video, I'm going to talk more about my sewing process and what I thought about the pattern. But let me give you some details on the fabric from Minerva. This is Lady McElroy Vintage Flower Queens. The color is lime. It is so beautiful. I really love it. It's non-stretch, and yes, I do like cotton lawn. They're so easy to work with. They keep the shape and the form of the project that you're working with, and they sew nicely. Because this is super fine for my project, I use a sharp needle just because it goes in and out a lot smoother, and I think I went with a 9 or a 10. I just wanted something a little more slim that could go through the fabric without tearing it, because a lawn fabric is just not, I wouldn't say fragile, it's such a delicate fabric, and I just wanted to keep everything alive. I just didn't want to wreck the fabric by using the incorrect needle. So for this project, I did everything by the book. I followed the instructions on the pattern by the book. I did my measurement before I chose my size. I also changed my needle. I put a fresh needle in, fresh thread, and I cleaned my machine, and then I headed and completed this project, and I love it so much. The fabric is so beautiful. Like I said on my Instagram stories, Lady McElroy, their fabric designs are so very dreamy, just beautiful, captivating, mind-blowing, beautiful designs. I love them, love them, love them. Okay, so enough about the fabric. Thank you, Minerva, for gifting me this beautiful fabric. But let's talk now about the pattern that I used to create this beautiful shirt back there. Okay, so like I said, it took me quite a while to decide what pattern I wanted to work with, and the Burda style shirt that I picked is from the February 2022 issue. It's this magazine, if you guys can see it, this one right here. So it's this magazine, and the pattern of choice is pretty much labeled like the Wild Wild West section in the magazine. It says here that collar, sleeves, a band, a frill can make almost anything pretty. And I think that is the case, because frills and gathers just adds so much to our project. It just makes it romantic, girly, and beautiful. So this is the pattern. If you can see it on the model there. It's always a bit difficult to actually see what the pattern design looks like. So you always want to look at this section here, which is the line drawing. It gives you a better, or should I say an accurate idea of what the pattern looks like and what comes with each pattern piece. Now, if you did not catch that, it is a Burda Style 2022 design 103. I decided to go with a size 38. Let's double check here. No, I went with a size of 40 just because my shoulders are big, and I think that's why I also choose a size 12. But this was not a difficult shirt. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that there is no mandarin on the collar band. There's none of that for this. You just really add the frill. I feel like it's like those dessert that you have, like those pastry cases that hold the pastry. It just looks like a frill, like a pastry cup frill or something like that to that effect. I may be rambling, but if you guys know what I'm talking about, you know when you buy fancy pastries, they come in this beautiful, nice white pastry pleated cup thingy. I feel like that's what this looks like, but because it's not white, it's not standing out, but it is very beautiful. It adds a beautiful detail. So the pattern comes with that neck frill, which is beautiful, and then there's a frill that runs along the shoulder seam all through over the bust, and it just ends at the back here. I could pull that mannequin in so you guys can see a little bit better, but I have my 360 already set for you guys, and I think you will love my backdrop for this project. I was really excited for it. I think it turned out really good, so when we get to that section, I'm going to chat a little bit more about that. But there is 8 buttons down the front of this shirt and 2 at the band on the sleeve. Now this is not a full cuff, which makes it a simpler process or project for someone that's new to sewing. The pattern came together really nicely, and this is also part of their sewing lesson in the magazine. So if you do have the magazine, is part of the sewing lesson. So it gives you really good step-by-step instructions on how to complete this project. As I was saying, such a lovely project, such an amazing fabric. As I was saying, it's such a lovely project, an amazing fabric, and the pattern instructions. I mean, it was so easy to put together and complete. I'm not sure why it took forever to sit down and sew this project. I had it cut for about a week or 2, but it just took a little bit longer to it just took a little longer to decide what pattern to use for the fabric, just to pin down the right pattern pairing with fabric. I mean, I think that is very important when you sew. You want to make sure that your pattern is perfect for the fabric choice that you have, as well as all the design on that fabric. You know, how are the flowers, how are the faces, how are the shapes laying, where will they go? Do you have enough fabric for your project based on the design and how often they repeat? Where do they repeat? Do you need more fabric based on where you need to lay your fabric? And is it a good idea to cut your patterns single face? I take a lot of time deciding how to lay it up based on the fabric repeat. So those are just some things that I do when I'm sewing my project. But overall, I love this. And I'm not sure about my 360 if we zoomed in on the buttons, but the buttons are so beautiful on this shirt. I picked them up from Mood. They have lions on it. They're gold, they're metal shank. So they're really hefty and they feel amazing and they look fabulous. It totally enhances the look of this shirt. Everything about it is beautiful. And I know I said I probably wouldn't bring it in, but here it is. Let's see if we can get that right there. So these are the ruffles over here at the arm, and then over the bust the ruffle is here, and then I'm pretty sure you guys can see really good these buttons. They're just so beautiful. And bear with the noise as I turn it to the back. This the ruffle ends right about here on your sleeve, so at your upper back right there. So a really beautiful shirt. I think it is amazing and it turned out great. Let's put her back where she needs to be, right about here. Oh, with that said, let's move on to the 360. Now the 360 was done magnificently. The recording was beautiful. The day was a bit cloudy. I had hoped that it would be much more sunny, but that wasn't the case. I went to one of the missions, one of the Alamo missions in Texas, so in San Antonio. Beautiful church, amazing craftsmanship, just a jaw-dropping place for photos. I'm pretty sure that is where I'm going to go. I know it's about an hour drive from where we live, but I love it. And basically it's an hour only because traffic is crazy. On a normal day without any traffic, it's about 38 minutes to get there from our home, but there are so many amazing spots at the San Jose missions in San Antonio. It's beautiful. I cannot wait to share this 360 with you because it's amazing. I hope you enjoy it. If I feel like there's something that I need to say about my project or where we were regarding the angle of the shot, I will do a voiceover. If not, I will just pop it on the screen so you guys can follow. But it's such a beautiful location and everything turned out great. I think I got some amazing shots. I'm going to definitely take my time and write my blog and share it with you guys over on Minerva's website, and then do my own blog post on my website as well. So without any further ado, let's jump into the 360. I'll meet you guys in the end to close out, and I'll see you soon.
Izquierda pa' derecha, dale bien pa' acá. Yo quiero que tú bailes, dale sin parar. Todo mundo, hey, quiero vacilar. Shake it, and I'll throw it right back. Ooh, take it back to when nobody used to know me. Let's tell them I was just chilling with my homies. Now that we're popping, everybody is talking. This is for my day ones. Don't forget the ones that made ya. Deep south sweating out flavor. This is for my day ones, day ones.
Okay guys, there you have it. What do you think of this amazing shirt? The styling of this was done with a lot of thought. I really wanted to create a Western style look. I wanted to create a Texas style look. Because the design in the magazine kind of had it nod to Western cowgirl kind of style, I went out, I picked up some Ariat jeans because they're really big here. They are cowgirl, cowboy brand. They make a lot of ranching clothing, so your jeans, your shirts, belts, everything to boots. And I just wanted to just create that sort of vibe for this look. Even though the fabric design is so pretty, so luscious, very dreamy, I wanted to add some edge, so that is why I went with the jeans and my boots. I love my Lucchese's boots, one of the earliest Western boot maker in Texas. They originally came from Italy and they moved to Texas, Lucchese, the family, and they started making boots, I believe in the 1800s. I could be wrong. If I am, I will leave it in the notes, but they make amazing boots. So I wore that, and I just wore some Amazon belts. Not some, I wore one of my Amazon belts. I usually don't wear belts, but off lately I find that I want more belts. And because I really have I don't know, I'm really liking that kind of rancher look, that cowboy, cowgirl kind of style with the boots. I know it's super hot here and some days it's like, oh, why are you wearing jeans? But the evenings get cooler, and if you ever like have to go into parks or walk in brush areas, I particularly don't like to think about snakes. And there are a lot of snakes here in Texas, so they're pretty common, and having a boots like that is amazing. It just makes me feel more comfortable, so I like wearing boots for that particular reason. But back to the subject at hand, guys, I think this outfit came together really nicely. I do want to invest in a good cowgirl I do want to invest in a good cowgirl belt with an amazing buckle. Beautiful. I think the next project that I'm working on for Minerva is going to be another sort of rancher cowgirl style. Maybe I'll wear some cowgirl hat. I don't have one, but I did buy my daughter a really nice Stetson cowgirl hat, and I'll just have to borrow it from her maybe for that photo shoot. But the belt, I hope, is going to be one with an amazing buckle. Now, overall, what do you guys think? Do you love the shirt? Do you like what I did with this? I know it took me a long time to actually complete the project and bring the project to you, but what do you think about it? Did I style it right? Do you like how I styled it? And what about the backdrop? I think it was amazing. What are your thoughts? Just so you know, this dress that I'm wearing, I'm going to do a review on this one really soon here, and the location is the same as yesterday, which is the San Jose Missions in San Antonio, which is beautiful. There you have it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love for you to click the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up because it really helps my channel and the algorithm. Also, head over to Instagram. I try to be really frequent on Instagram, and yeah, just share anything you'd like down below. I would love to hear from you, and hopefully I can respond in a timely manner. And I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Push you away and we're done just like that. Something about you is pulling me back, and I'm holding